He said, "Man, you're way out of adjustment and focus over there." You see, look, you're not even in the picture. Oh, what's happening, everybody? I see Paul's been in here, and kindness was the very first one. And Big Joe let me know, y'all, that YouTube had screwed up the time on everything. So, excuse me. Yeah, I scheduled it, everything, did everything like I normally do, and for some reason, when I clicked on it, it changed for some. I don't know what happened. So, no excuses other than it was probably me. I would like to blame YouTube, but it was most likely me. So, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I'll read down through some of the comments here real quick. I see there's quite a few of them here. Go through and say hi to everybody real quick. I see Paul, Karen Anthony, Shirley Welch, um, Kindness as well. Let's see, West House, Richard Greenlaw. There's George. Oh, it's Georgia. Is it Georgia Steen? Okay. Howdy, howdy. Georgia. Terry Knight, West House, Tina Marie, Big Wave. What's happening, Kevin? All right. Yeah. Uh, anyway, I'm over the freezing stuff, y'all. Just so you know, I am over it. Uh, this is it's currently 56 degrees. It's dropped like 4 degrees since the last 30 minutes. So, um, fortunately, we're supposed to get some 70s this week. So, or this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. So I see. I've been watching some of the. I'm a weather kind of a weather geek anyway. So I've been watching some of the weather and seeing some of the crazy weather that everybody else is getting. And it's like, good lord, you know, the weather is messed up and Mother Nature is bipolar when Cocoa Beach hits 25 degrees. Cocoa Beach, Florida, 25 degrees. That was just nutty to me. Uh, 37, Paul says over there. Damn. There's Junebug. Yeah. And I know Big Wave and Kevin and all them down there. It was, I know y'all were cold. I mean, y'all in North Central Florida. And uh, my friend Tim was sending me a video of the snowflakes coming down up there. I mean, granted, it was a real light snowflake, but still, snow in Florida is still crazy, especially where we're at, where we're in that area we're from. Richard Greenlaw says more cold in New Hampshire this week. Yeah, I heard y'all are supposed to get some extra cold up there. There's Diamond Ridge. What was it? We got some dying going on out here today. Oh, what do you mean dying or drying? Oh, okay. I thought it said dying at first. You need a bigger grasses, Gary. Brian says, "Whoa, 10 inches of snow. We're supposed to get 1 to 3 inches tomorrow." Damn, and Brian's in the Carolinas, y'all. So, and the Carolinas, as y'all know, got hammered pretty hard. Even Tennessee got hammered pretty hard. That's East Tennessee. In fact, my friend Amber, a lot of y'all know her in here. She was sending me pictures. Her and the kiddo was sending me pictures of it, and it's like, good lord. And of course, she's got a Jeep, so kiddo wants to go out and play in the Jeep in the snow. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. It's fresh snow. Of course you want to go out and play in it. No ice yet, so why not? Four-wheel drive Jeep, snow. That's just makes for a good day. Howdy, howdy, Rose. YouTube and their commercials. I'm sorry, Richard. I get it, bro. Uh, yeah, I probably screwed that up again because I always try to set it at the minimum, and I probably screwed that up too. So I apologize. Lori Larkin, 28 degrees today. Nice mild weather for us up here. Oh, yeah. Tiny bubbles. Christmas tree on my head. Isn't that kind of cool? I just noticed that too. It's my new style. uh, oh, let's see what else we got here. Real inches, Brian. Joe Cool, what's happening? I know Mother Nature. Yeah, she does whatever she wants to. Junebug says, I'm in South Carolina. We got 7 inches, but now has warmed up. Oh, cool. At least you're getting warmed up. Yeah, at least you're getting warmed up. It's been really nice here the last couple of days. Like in the like I think it was Sunday it was like 65, and then yesterday it was 60, and then today I think it hit like 63 or 64. So it's been really really nice. And that's Simply Jan. Was just talking to her, giving her some advice on flooring a little while ago. Yeah, but it's I'm looking forward to the warm, y'all. I'm tired of the cold. You know, and I had even thought about just packing the girls up and getting me a bag and going down and visit some friends in Florida. But then I found out it was colder in Florida than it was up here. I was like, nah, I think I'll just stay here. uh, that's pretty bad when it's colder in Florida than it is here. Gary needs to get his jam jars, right? For the comment. I know, right? I need a big glasses. I'll just hook me up some Coke bottles out here. Look like that mole on the movie, you know? What was that movie? I seen that. I just watched that movie the other night too about the moles. The rodents were being secret agents and stuff. That was hilarious. Georgia says we're getting snow and it's 32 degrees. It's supposed to get down to the teens tonight in western Iowa. Man, yeah. I'm glad it's all kind of staying up there and kind of going down like that instead of coming over here again. Because man, that was 1 degree here was crazy. It's pretty bad when you go through. And if it would have been just the snow, y'all, that would have been one thing. But when you get 5 inches of snow and then you get 5 inches of ice on top of it, uh, it's that's when everything went down south. Went down south, went south as far as that goes. It was nutty here. I mean, both the carports out there are they're wasted. They're done. The third one out here, the one where I parked the car, uh, now two of the panels finally, oh, I got all the ice off of it. Two of the panels have come off completely, and they're laying out here in the yard. And I started to work on it today, but then I realized all the mud that's going on, all that stuff melting, and the rock. Yes, the rock is doing great, y'all. But with all of that, I still had to get out here and smooth some stuff out and get that melting ice and stuff to start diverting towards the pond. In the spots that I missed it. Supposed to get rain tonight and tomorrow, and then snow tomorrow night. Oh, good Lord! So, yeah, Brian, you're gonna get the rain, then you're gonna get the freezing and the ice again. That's the worst part. If it was just snow, snow is no big deal. It's when you get all that ice underneath everything. That's when it gets nasty. So I am grateful that we've got the 70s coming up here. So I think last I seen was supposed to be like 74 this weekend. Let me pull it up again real fast while I'm sitting here. Come on, phone. Cooperate. Got to cooperate. Let's see, what does it say here? Yeah, we got like now 50 tomorrow is going to be kind of cool, but then 60, 72, 63, 73, 73, 74. Yeah. So we got like a week of mid 70s. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Joseph O'Brien, what's happening? Joseph is down in Tampa. So just so y'all know, he's in the Tampa area, and I know he was probably freezing his tail off down there. What was that? I missed it. Wes. Same here, Brian. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, Rose. I was trying to catch up with what you said to Brian. Okay, okay. It finally caught me. It's the blonde that's catching up to me today. Oh, Peter Nelson, what's happening? Still don't have the ice off my sidewalk, and I am through the winter. Yes. Right? Wouldn't it be nice if we could be like that, Obita? Like hibernate in the winter, like if you could just hit a switch and say, okay, I think I'll go into hibernation mode for a couple of months, no bills, no nothing. Wouldn't that be nice? Uh, okay, where'd it go? Oh, I missed it. It flew right by me. uh, Kindness, better late. No, Kindness, you were actually way early thanks to my mess up there. uh, yes, the dogs did love the snow, Wes. They really did. Oh, yours did too, yeah? More than you did? Yeah, I'll bet. My other friend, Wes Malone, him and Tammy, they got a bunch of ice down there as well as we did, and it was pretty nasty. I was, hey, that ice. I'm over that. Petrus, what's happening? I do, Petrus. I have blonde moments on a regular basis. You know, I keep saying I need to work out more and build up my shoulder muscles. So I've got a little softer landing when I hit. So I don't rattle my brain too much. See, Jan, you need a lots of rock. Obita says, well, would love it. Snowing it right now. The roads are covered again. Send me sunshine. Oh, Obita, I don't think there's any sunshine in the country at the moment. I mean, sunshine, yes, but I mean, temperature? No, I don't think that's anywhere around the country right now. Because I mean, we got the temps here, but I don't know about, from what the Weather Channel was saying, we're probably the only ones around. And during that ice storm, y'all, I was watching the Weather Channel, and it was pretty bad that it was colder here than it was in Anchorage, Alaska. I mean, that's when you know it's bad. Okay. Chat flies by it, right? Got it. Yep. Wah, wah, wah. I know, you shut up and you, I get it, I'll be there. I hear that a lot. You shut up and you're talking too much. uh, that's that's hilarious. But I'm looking forward to the 70s, y'all. I actually had to, well, you'll see that on tomorrow's video. I know I was supposed to get one out yesterday and I didn't do it. Guess that just kind of being a little bit lighter on the videos. I'm trying to get a little better content and not have to stress putting them out so much like they used to. So if you don't get a lot of them every week, I mean, that's the reason why. I'm really trying to work on things, around here and just do a little at a time and not stress so much. Like uh, the VA, for example. VA has got me rattled right now. So I got to go see this doctor. So I went over here to see my doctor over in Russellville. He said, okay, well, you got to see this other doctor. I said, okay, that's cool. So let's put in the consultation. Let's make it happen. So they finally called me 2 weeks later. And then they tell me, well, the earliest appointment we can get you in is June. And I'm like, that's 6 months away. Really? June? Yeah. So there's Rach Perez. What's happening? Uh, Another cold snap expected around mid-February. Well, kindness, not according to this. It's 72 June all the way up to February 12th here. So who knows? Ace, what's happening, Miss Ace? I like how she says her name is Ace. Howdy. uh, Pick up is a go. Okay. Well, I will get a hold of him and let him know that. Then that'd be cool. Great news to share after this last week's bad news. Tell me some good news, Paul. I want to hear some good news. Oh, Jan, and the sad part about Jan, the medical system with the VA is if you like, they had passed that law saying if they can't get you an appointment, because there for a long time, it was you get an appointment through the VA, it was 6, 8 months out, right? And then they started doing this. Well, if you need the appointment right away, you can go to outside providers. Well, in this case, I am so far away from a main VA hospital. 2.5 hours is the closest one. You still get to see outside providers. Well, outside providers around here are 6, 8 months out. So, I mean, it's like, good Lord. Oh, yay. That's good. That is great news, Paul. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Hi, Wanda. Mike Starr. Steven, what's happening? Let's see. Who else we got in here? Tracy, what's happening, girl? So that's awesome news there, Paul. I'm glad to hear that you got your money back. No more scamming. You got to stay off the midget sites, man. For those of you that know me personally, you know what I'm talking about. Stay off the midget sites. uh, that's funny. So anyway, uh, Joseph O'Brien, how is the weather coming around down there now, Tampa? Because I know that was cold for Tampa. I was watching a little bit on the whole thing there where they do the pirate thing. What is that? I can't remember the name of that fest that they do down there, but yeah, that whole fest thing that they have every year down there. And normally it's pretty warm, you know. Like people have to dress their costumes down a little bit because it's usually too warm. But I noticed that during this one here, I was watching some videos on it and how cold it was down there, and people were still walking around in shorts and low cut tops and everything for being the pirates. I was like, good lord. Even the weather girl, she was all bundled up. There's Miss Betty. Uh, okay, everybody's saying hi now. So anyway, how bad did everybody else get it? I mean, hopefully not a lot of damage. I seen even Mary got some damage down there, and yeah, I was like, man, I'm done with this stuff. But it is drying up slowly but surely. Uh, yeah, slowly but surely, it's getting out there. I'm ready for it to be over with in spring and warm again. You can always cool off easy. You can get an AC. You can go jump in the lake or the pond or whatever, and and get warm that way or get cooled off that way. But man, probably Brian. Who knows? I don't know. It actually belongs to Roger and Sandy. Because they weren't here for Christmas, so she brought it over for me to enjoy for Christmas, and I don't know. She just ain't come got it yet. So whenever she gets around to it, she'll come get it. If not, then it'll just sit there. It's not in my way. It's not bothering me any. It's kind of festive, so keeps you in that happy-go-lucky mood. Uh, there's a new name, Pamela Parrott. Okay, so Pamela, is that your real last name, or is that a? Well, because all right, Jimbug. Because they're still sending me to doctors. I mean, I get all my health care is free, so it's just one of those things. I've just got to go see a doctor about some things and get some things taken care of, and it is what it is. They still got to go see doctors. I mean, after all, I am 61. My body's not 25 anymore. So yeah, I had a little injury, and I've got a. And it was a while back, and I finally got to see a doctor here to talk about it, and then of course went to see the doctor, and of course he's got to refer me to another doctor to get it taken care of, and we'll go from there. So there's Steven Sheets. How was my day? My day was actually pretty good, Steve. It was actually pretty nice. I've been out here, and you'll see it in the video here soon. I've been out here working on the property and kind of smoothing out some of this ice and what have you, trying to drag it around with tow truck and get it to where it'll break up and melt off. Because like it was literally 6, 8 inches thick out here. Like out there where the beast is, the ice, when that thing collapsed, of course, all of it just fell into those valleys there, and it's every bit of 3 foot, 4 foot in there. I mean, in some spots, like the one section right here, it's still 2 foot thick and hard as a rock, and like you can't even break it up. It's that solid. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, thank God it's going to be a little bit before the truck is ready to come out of there anyway. So I'm not even going to stress it. I just let it sit there and melt. And then Big Joe offered to come over and help me take it all down when all the ice gets off of it to where we can get it down. I agree, kindness. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. I did. I pronounced it right, Pam. That's cool. Very few do. Yeah, I probably they probably want to. Yeah, like my last name. Everybody wants to screw my last name up bad. It's very seldom that I get anybody to get it even close. Uh, our night, I say, hey y'all to everyone out there. All right. So our night says, hello all, howdy. Amen to that, Betty. So ready for warmer temps. And I'm sorry that I got to rub it into y'all that we're going to be getting 70s, but it is what it is. So you can't do nothing about it really. As long as they send you to doctors, go. Send you to the bed, right? Right, right, Paul. How do I pin that comment? Because that's kind of funny right there. Let's see. Is it got a pin for it? Yeah, you hit the pin. Oh, I don't want to remove it. No timeout. All right. Well, I don't know how to pin it. No pin message. There we go. Got to be smarter than the toys I'm playing with. Shirley Welch, hello, hello, and thank you so much. That is awesome. Don't pronounce my last name, right? Okay, what is your last name? Rose Chastain, right? Did I pronounce it right? I hope I did, Rose. Chastain? Is that? It looks like that's about what it should be. I always try to put you know, try to get I don't know, go out of the norm. You know what I mean? Don't read it so literally. It's the Moose Barbecue, 23 degrees here. Damn. And yes, that was a pun in there, the Moose. uh, According to Rage Gorilla, you shouldn't be. He barbecued the groundhog, right? I'm surprised somebody didn't throw him under the bus for that one. Oh, Ace says, I say it with swag. That's right. Put some swag in it and make it right. So, Rose, did I say it right? Did I pronounce it right? Was it Chastain? All right, my computer just did something crazy here. I hope y'all can see me for a second here. I'm waiting for Rose to respond to me and tell me. I probably screwed that part up there too and probably put that wrong. Probably put that setting wrong. So y'all can. I know there's a setting on here when you go live that you can set it so it's only so people can only comment like so often or whatever like that. And I usually fix it, but I probably didn't this time because I was in kind of a hurry because I was out here, moving this stuff around and came in at the last minute, run it through and set it up to live. And then, I mean, I didn't even get a good picture out there. So hopefully I did it right. I probably screwed it up though. Oh, okay. Pronounce it Christine or just Justine. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's got the E to it instead of the A to it. That almost didn't sound right. That's pretty funny. Well, see, kindness, I can't really tell you what I was moving around, but I you will see it here soon. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. I was moving and grooving on the gem stick. Yeah, I had to, I've been having to fix, with all the ice melting and everything, I've been having to fix a lot of this stuff because now that it's melting, I'm getting to see, like, with all the rock that I put in, I'm getting to see where those spots are at, where it's still holding water, where water needs to, when it does sit there, how to make it flow towards the pond and what have you, like that. So that's a lot of what I've been working on. And hey, and yeah, I know I was late, but I couldn't believe that thing. If it wasn't for Big Joe calling me and telling me 255, what is that? I was like, what are you talking about, 255? I thought he'd lost his darn mind. I thought he done fell off the boat and bumped his head all the way at the bottom. Keep them doggies moving. That's right. Well, the girls today, of course, I'm out there tinkering around. They see a rabbit, they take off. And for some reason, I had it in my head that they came back and I put them in the house. And I don't know why, because I was trying to get on the tractor. And like I said, for some reason, it was in my head that I had already put them up. And next thing you know, Mary's bringing them back down here. They went all the way down there to hang out down there. So Mary brought them back to me. Yeah, I think Jan is feeling better from what I understand anyway. I mean, she seemed like she was feeling better a little while ago when I talked to her on the phone. So hopefully she is feeling much better. I wish it wasn't such a long drive. I could go up there and help them with that flooring. I could knock that flooring out real fast for them. And of course, the birds are back trying to tease Audie. Danny Solis, what's happening? See, Wanda's, Jan says, I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. Oh, I'll even get fed. Oh man, that's almost kind of hard to not go. It's the Daryl from Southeast Kentucky. So Daryl, that from Southeast Kentucky. Now, do they say it that way? Do they say it Kentucky, or do you actually get the full pronunciation? Because even like when there was a few times I was living in, or I say a lot of times when I was living over there around the Fort Knox area, that there was a bunch of them folks say Kentucky. What is that? Nadine McNeil, what's happening? She says, hello, Gary in chat. So everybody saying hi to Nadine. Betty says, sorry, busy, just listening. Okay. That's all right. As long as you're in here and you're listening. So nobody talk bad about Betty. She is listening. Kentucky. See? Okay. So there is that little split in there. That's cool. That is very cool. He said, sing it, you song, singing some B. Midnight Adventure slipped in here and missed it. There she goes. Hello, Gary, and everyone in the chat. Terry Knight says, you said it right. Live in Kentucky. All right. So go ahead. I don't care. See, I like Betty already. She don't care. Woods Bound, what's happening? That's why I am. I don't care either. If you ain't stopping my paycheck or hurting my kid, I don't care. I really don't. Don't hurt my money and we're good. Okay, never mind. I thought I seen something that I didn't there. You say your eyes play a trick on you. Terry Knight lives in Kentucky. Yep. There's a lot of Kentucky fans in here. See, I knew I liked y'all for a reason. Kentucky, for those of you who have never been to Kentucky, Kentucky, the northern part of it is pretty much flat, like Indiana. There's not much out there, but then you get a lot of the really cool caves in Kentucky and waterfalls and everything, and it's absolutely beautiful. We went cave searching a couple of times while I was there, and it was absolutely gorgeous. He wasn't mooning me. There will be no mooning on the chat. uh, Trying to catch back up here. Okay, let me catch back up. Da, da, da. For some reason, all of a sudden, the chat just stopped for a few minutes. It was probably me again. Well, Jan, but thing is, there's sinkholes in Florida too. I mean, shoot, I lived right around the corner from one. In fact, I had two of them on my property down there in Florida. Really nice big holes. So, I mean, there was that one that swallowed a whole house with a guy in his bed down there. And then, a couple of weeks later, we had another one. So, sinkholes in Florida, when you pump all the water out of the springs, okay? So what happens is the water, or if the water table gets down too low, what'll happen is the water table gets down and it's all sitting on lime rock. So what happens is the water comes down like that, lime rock sitting up here, and eventually the water gets down so far it can't hold the lime rock in place, and then it starts crumbling away underneath the ground, and eventually it crumbles down enough, and all of a sudden, boom, the whole ground caves in, and that's what it happens. See, there's another Kentuckian right there. Another time, Miss Linda. Uh, that's after 10, right? You can moon if you want to. It's so late now, I can moon if I want to. Sing it, you song singing zombie. Dot has me rattled, so I feel your pain, right? DOT will get you like that, man. Sorry, Richard. I mean, DOT is just what they are. Oh, but Kevin had a big way. Kevin had a coyote in the backyard. Yeah, welcome to this area. That's Kathleen Sasser in Groveland, Florida. Yeah, they're all over. If you're from Florida, you see that on the news all on a regular basis, like especially around north central Florida, Orlando, all those areas. Like what is that name of that neighborhood? Shoot, just south of Ocala there. There's a big neighborhood there that you see a lot of them in there, and that's a huge giant, huge. I mean, to say even giant or huge is probably an understatement of this community down there. And I mean, this retirement community is so big when they make roads just for golf carts there. You know what I mean? And they have their own little city inside this area. You know what I mean? And when you put roads in there just for golf carts, and golf carts are allowed to ride on the other roads as well, yeah, it's a big retirement area. What do they call that down there again? It's not the Woodlands. The Woodlands is in Texas. Uh, Come on, I know somebody out here knows the name of that place. Uh, uh, Pasco County has a bunch. Yeah. So, Jam, are you from Pasco County by chance? Sun City? No, that's not it, Big Wave. It's just south of Ocala. It's a it's a huge retirement community. I'm talking about massive retirement community. Not Winter Park. Denise Henry, Winter Park, Florida. No, they've got a name for it, and shoot, I can't remember it now. Department of Trouble, Paul? Yeah, I agree. That's what DOT stands for, Department of Trouble. I'm actually thinking about trying to go down there and find me a house in Pasco County around the, um, uh, what do you call that? Oh my God. Having a brain fart today, yo. Oh man. It's down there. I'll think of it. Crystal River, where the manatees are hanging out. The villages. That's it, Big Wave. Yep, Kevin. The villages. That's what they call it. The villages. That's the, yep. See, even Joe, Big Joe knew it, the villages. Slightly southwest of Ocala, very near the villages. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the villages. Yep. That place is absolutely humongous. And it's really big when they've got their own bridge that goes over top of I-75 for golf carts. you know. Uh Denise got it first, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Winter Park did have the dealership that fell into a sinkhole. That's right. And Kentucky had that Corvette museum fall into a sinkhole up there too. She said it really is, Danny. It is the STD capital. Yep. I mean, and that's sad because that's a bunch of old farts, STD capital of the world, and that is nutty. Especially when they've got clinics that specialize that built into the villages. You know what I mean? That's when you know it's scary. Last story here was 12 inches of snow, Richard. Wow. No, Richard, you can keep that. There's Mr. Scott, Rocker and J. Said, hey, old farts. Yeah, but you're going to be there soon, Scott. You're getting close. Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's right, Terry. Yeah, that's where the Corvette museum went down. And that was sad, too, because them were all, factory original vets, hardly any miles on them. Beautiful, beautiful cars. And then they had to go and fix them. And not, they weren't the same parts that came off the factory line. I mean, they basically replaced them, but, it is what it is. Work emergency. That's why they love you, Scott. That's why they love you. Well, it's job security. When you have emergencies and only you get to be called, job security, bro. Think about it that way. At least my grass is staying green out here. I don't know, y'all. I know y'all can't see it through the window right here, but at least the grass is staying green somewhat, for the most part. If it wasn't for all the brown leaves on it, it'd probably look a lot better. But I'm not raking any of that stuff up anytime soon. Linda says that's Richard's dream car is the Corvette. Yeah, which one? They have some swinging stuff going on there, right? So you've heard? Are you sure? Is there a special color for the Lupa? Kathleen Sasser. I moved from Florida in 1990, 18 years to West Virginia. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I want to go back to Florida, but the Crystal River area, y'all, traffic is not like super bad. You're closer to the Gulf Coast. You got freshwater fishing, you got saltwater fishing right there. It's really nice, there's a lot of really cool people that live there. So, and the property is not horrible price wise, you know what I mean? Like it's still decent enough you can afford to tolerate it. So that's in the villages, Paul. Oh, villages, Florida. But remember, you got to get a shot to move there, and you got to go get a 5-pound bottle of penicillin to take with you. Yeah, it really has. The taxes have gone nuts. But if DeSantis has his way about that he is in with Trump about eliminating property taxes, and I think it's stupid. If you own a property outright, to me, you should own it outright. You shouldn't have to pay rent to the government so they can just come take your stuff. If you decide not, if you can't pay, people retire and they pay all them years on their house and they retire, and then all of a sudden now they've still got to pay almost as much just to keep owning it to the government. Um, for what? That's rent. I mean, that's just wrong. Tim Rand, what's happening? It is going great. We are getting some warm weather and it's beautiful. So yeah, I agree with Trump on getting rid of property taxes now. Uh, you know, if it's financed, maybe well that's one thing. But if you paid it off and you own it, no, you shouldn't have to keep paying to the government for that. You know, that's just to me that is ridiculous. 10,000 a year. See right there. That's $1,000 a month that Scott was paying. $1,000 a month for the property tax. You know how? To me, that is just the wrongest thing in the world. So you pay the property off, and you still got to pay $1,000 a month to live there. Really? 73% of that goes to schools, and then they just burn it up and waste it anyway. So I guess they need to start figuring out how to get their money elsewhere. I agree. I agree, Wanda. Pay it when you buy it, just like everything else. And that's what the government is now proposing, and Trump and what have you is proposing now is a 30% across the board tax on everything you buy. So that way it covers your property. You don't have to pay property tax no more income tax, none of that stuff. Just pay a flat. Well, they call it 23%, but basically when you do the math on it, it comes out to about 30%. You pay tax on it. For the property, and that's when any tax needs to be paid. Yeah, and I don't mind paying a sales tax on anything. You know what I mean? And there was even I even read a book or read a thing on this guy that proposed. He's a financial analyst, and he said even if we kept just kept sales tax straight across the board, federal sales tax at 10%. Let your local government do their 5 or 6%, whatever it is, and so in some cases like Florida, I think it's 7 or 8%. Uh, but even if you kept it at 15, 16%, just a flat rate, 15, 16%, it would still cover the government and everybody else, and more people would get to keep their own money. You know, when I owned a construction company, it was 35 and 40%, sometimes 50% of my income had to go to them. I'm not doing that. You know, no, you don't get to take half my money and not give me nothing in return. You know, and to me that's even more wrong. You know, income tax is another big criminal thing. Social Security, there's another one. You get me started on that roll. You know, get me started on that roll. Especially since I just met a guy here a few months back up here that worked for this company for 40 years of his life, paid in Social Security all his life, and he's getting like $1,500 or $1,800 a month Social Security. You know, they screwed him on his retirement, and now he's got to live on this 1,800 $1,800 a month. It's like, wait a minute, you worked for that company for that long? Hell yeah. And why? Yes. We ain't gonna go into that one. All states send money to the federal government, then divide it up. That right, and I agree. I mean, that's how that works. But some states subsidizing the others. Well, I mean, I agree to a point, but on the same note, um, those states that have to subsidize are just what it is. Whoever buys the most, pays the most. So, but on the same note, if it's a flat rate, even out all the way around, the rich people don't get to, they don't get to basically pay a lower tax than what the working guy does anymore. You know what I mean? So if it's doing that way, it's just flat out where it is. Everybody would be paying the same no matter what. And it really is. I agree, Richard. It's a slap in the face. But I mean, and Wanda, I can't say as I agree with vehicle inspections lives either, because you know Texas has a vehicle inspection system, and you know, I used to be a mechanic in Texas, and, and there are so many ways around that. That right now, keeping people off one of these right here is what saves lives, and as far as I'm concerned, because I see these fools in Florida, and we don't have an inspection system down there, and man, you can drive some serious junk down the road down there in Florida, but you don't ever see them in accidents. You know what I mean? That's you see all the other people in the accidents. The old junkers, all they do is if something falls off, it falls off. They roll off in the ditch. You know, uh, it's rough paying the taxes on 78 acres. Yeah, that's nutty. And it really is, Richard. I mean, like, you know, especially the inspections. I used to see that all the time in Texas as far as the inspections go. I mean, they're talking about emissions and stupid stuff like that. And that to me, that is just, oh yeah, well, it beeped. You know, my computer beeps. Well, you need two new catalytic converters and four new O2 sensors, and that's going to be $2,500 before you can get your car legal. What? You know, 4-year-old car, that shouldn't be happening. I have seen it happen so many times, and I think the inspection stuff, all it does is just create more more fraud and more, you know, and what have you like that. I mean, besides that, if you start getting into inspections and all that kind of stuff, then you're also getting into more government control, and that's not what America should be about. It should be about freedom. If I want to drive a piece of junk down the road, I'm paying insurance. Let the insurance companies fight it out. You know what I mean? But Wanda, but yeah, you only get them inspected by a reputable mechanic. But how many mechanics? I mean, being that I was in that mechanic world, reputable mechanics still do it all the time. Shops do it all the time. You know, if you get the guy that's actually doing your inspection on your car, and he's a friend or you know, supposedly has a good reputation, unless you're a mechanic yourself, you don't know whether he's doing you right or not. You know, and it's just the fact of it. I mean, I hate that, but it is. Old school cars, yeah, pollute less than new ones. Well, because there's so many. I don't know. I don't know anything about all how that all works about, you know, emissions and what have you like that. I just think it's kind of a crock if you ask me. You know, like California trying to pull that game. They're no longer selling gas cars out there after a certain year. I mean, come on, man, really? You're only going to have electric cars. So when the electric cars go bad, what do you do with all those batteries? You ain't got no way to recycle them. Every 2 years, after 5 on a brand new car. So a brand new car, as long as it's less than 5 years old, you don't need an inspection on it. Okay. Yeah, like Green Richard said, the depth system. The depth system, that was the dumbest thing. I can't tell you how many mechanics I can't even name all the mechanics and videos that I've watched on the depth system. The depth system kills brand new diesel engines. You know, it used to be you bought a truck, a pickup truck, it had a diesel engine in it. You buy it 200,000 miles on it. That truck's just getting broke in. You know, a lot of people don't realize that semi trucks, you know, they do 1 million, 2 million miles on a regular basis. That's telling you something. There's a lot of load on them semi trucks, and you're still getting 2 million miles out of them. But now that they've started this depth system on the big trucks, they're not getting that many miles out of them anymore. I can remember a time when if you took your truck to a company to lease your truck on there, it had to have less than 2 million miles on it. Now they have, I think it's less than 1 million miles on it to lease your truck on there, or it will be within a certain year. Yeah, and I see. Want it? What will they do with the batteries? You can actually go on YouTube and watch videos of Europe over there. where they have these junkyards full of electric cars and no way to dispose of these batteries. Nobody has come up with a way to recycle these batteries to be cost effective. And now there's not that many parts there that you can reuse because most of that chassis is batteries. So then what? You know, yeah, you might get a door out of there or a fender out of there, but for the most part, there's no drive line for the most part to repair or use parts off of. Mike Birch, what's happening? How's that other half doing, man? Uh, it was every year in New Jersey, but then they bumped it to 2 years. But it used to be super strict. And see, and that's yeah. See, that's just to me that whole inspection thing. That's just another way to, like I said, government control, and that to me that's just wrong. The government shouldn't control and stick their fingers in everything and try to save everybody in the world. It's not your job to save us all. You know, put them in. Give them better education so they can save themselves. We don't need you to do it for us. uh, she's doing good. That's great to hear, Mike. I love to hear that. That is great news. I agree. They can keep their electric cars out there. I'm not going to buy one. That ain't going to happen. 9-minute warning. Oh, Betty leaving? Well, Betty, be safe out there. Let's see. Okay, everybody's just responding to what they were reading. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Because I didn't see Betty say she was saying bye, so I'm just saying bye, Betty. And I am so glad y'all come in here and join me tonight. Uh, I need to get off that negative subject and get on with the happy stuff. But then again, there's too much bad weather, but we're still going to make it happy. So those of you that love the weather, the cold, and the snow, keep your smile. For those of you that don't, a few more weeks. And don't listen to that groundhog. Here's a liar. They still ain't shipped him off to the zoo. Oh, no, what they do? No, he said he give out bad news, and they went and had a parade for him. He's like a weatherman. You know what I mean? Screw up the job and get paid extra. Get a raise. Yeah, I know, Scott. It's gonna be like 74 down here, 73 and 74 down here, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Poor Charlene Grady, she's up there in the Boston area, up there in the Cape Cod area, and that poor girl, she's freezing. For any of you up there in that whole northern New York and Cape Cod and all that, no, man, I feel sorry for y'all. 40 days till spring, that's right. Do not listen to the groundhog, eat them. All right. Joe Jacobson, what's happening? We're getting another storm this weekend, man. Yeah, that's crazy. You got a minute after the live, y'all. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ace is saying, oh, you got to call. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. Yeah, I won't be doing nothing after the live, but figuring out what I'm going to do for dinner, and that's probably just going to be leftovers. I won't to make us. Oh, you want to make a stew out of him, right? Hard to make a stew out of him. I agree. Groundhog stew. Let's throw some roadkill in there with him. Got it figured out, man. Add a little seasoning, you're good to go. Lori Larkin's a lake effect up there, man. Oh, now there's a good idea. Yeah, might just do that, Scott. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah. I get so lucky to find a woman that wants me to yell at her. What woman is that? I ain't got a woman that can yell at. I ain't doing it. uh, Yeah, the only girls I got to yell at around here are these two goofy ones right down here. One's at my feet, and the other one's out there complaining about something in the yard. Who knows what it is? I think she just likes to talk out there. Here, I don't know if you can hear her or not. But she's out there doing it again. Groundhog Day is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, but it gives some people something to do, you know. Oh, wants me to. Oh, Ace wants me to yell at her. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's something to do. There's a lot of other ones that are out there that are just as dumb, but you know, that's America, man. That's what makes people happy. Been going on for what 100 years or something like that. And you know, like I said, if it makes them happy, I say go for it. It gives everybody else something to complain about. You know, uh, yeah, eat the groundhog, blame the groundhog. You know, we can't say that about the weatherman when they screw it up. You know what I mean? Even though everybody knows he'll just get a raise. So, uh, I swear to God, the weather people are the only people in the world that can get it wrong 90% of the time and still get a raise out of it. It's all about presentation and perspective. You gotta love perspective, man. All about how you look at it. Patricia, I seen a video where the Bears were mad at the groundhog this year, chasing it everywhere. uh, Finally bought a trailer, 16 foot by 77 inches with a rear ramp gate. Oh, there you go. Sweet. So Wanda's out of here too. You know, me and I walk away. I don't do the drama. I agree, Wanda. No, that's not how Ace was saying it. She's just saying holler at her, like talk to her, give her a call. I will do that. You tow me into the property? Is the road that bad, man? Shoot, I had to. Speaking of the road, y'all will see that tomorrow. I had to get out here and work on our road a little bit. It's even worse. Oh man. Well, that's yeah. Well, might have to do that. Might have to just meet me down at the end there and load the car up, take it down there, and then tow me back out. At least while I'm down there, we can just leave it on the trailer to do what we got to do. You know. Are you done yelling at folks out there, Audie? Huh? Are you done telling them about it out there? Huh? You telling somebody about something out there, ain't you? So anyway, we got a couple minutes left, so you know I'm gonna have to start doing my thing there because you know me, it takes me a little bit to find the button. uh, don't read the sky anymore. They read a computer screen. That's right, Jim Bug. They do. Yep. They let computers do all the work. You know, they let the computers try to figure out the models and you know what it's gonna do. You know, but oh, I don't know. Oh man, broke a bunch of bumper plastics. Wow, that is crazy. All right, Brian, have a good one, brother. Um, she got see, Ace got junk for me to pick up, so we can turn it into a gym. There you go. Yep, I agree. March 20th, the first day of spring. Is it March 20th this year? Okay. Well, see, that's not that far away. It's like a month and a half, 5 weeks. What did they say? 5 weeks? Yeah. Today's the third, 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks away. See, and the groundhog says 6 more weeks of winter. Well, we already knew that. You know, spring doesn't start till this is 6 weeks of winter. Paint your button red, right? Wouldn't do me any good. uh, Shirley Wells, all right. Good night, hon. Um, Junk in the trunk. That's right. So anyway, I'm gonna start saying, all right, I love y'all right off the bat. We're gonna tell y'all have yourselves a great night. I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight at the live, and hope everybody's staying warm and safe. You know, if you can't do both, then well, pick one. Have fun with it. Either go out and be a fool in the snow, and don't stay safe, or stay in the house and stay safe and stay warm. Either one, or you figure it out. You know, have some fun with it. It's weather, y'all. It's winter. That's what we got. It's what we got to deal with. We just suck it up and keep moving on. Some winters are better than others, and some winters just suck. Flat out suck. uh, so anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna call it. It's 6 o'clock. See, I told you I should have stopped, started getting out of there. All right, we love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow or next week or whenever. Till next time. All right. Thanks for being here tonight. We'll see y'all soon. See, I told you I can't find the button. Gumby, hit the button already. You are still talking. Oh, now I got two buttons to hit.